Hello, this is going to be a reading for Virgin. Hello, Virgo. This is going to be a reading for August 2025. I think I'm going to do another reading for Leo, too. Since it's been like a couple of days. What do we have for Virgo? February. So February may be of some significance. And I know that Saturn is going to be back in Aries in February, going direct. Victory. Victory in some endeavor, Virgin. I like it with the V's and stuff. Handshake and bow. You are highly thought of, and a meeting with a stranger could be important. So keep that in mind, Virgin. And then you have gavel, involvement with the law. So maybe something that about the law, or some involvement with the law in some way, a handshake, something is going to come to an end. And maybe, well, this is going to be a victory for you. I feel like somebody thinks highly of you. They've been looking at the evidence and everything, and something's going to go in your favor, Virgo. I love it. Now, this could be in February, or maybe somebody decides in February that they're going to, maybe this has already been decided in February. Maybe you need to keep that in mind so that you put your best foot forward, so because someone's looking at you. Till February, I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah. Like, you really want to stay really clean and clear till February. This could be probation, parole, anything like that. It doesn't even have to be with the law. This could be just the rules of the job, you know. Maybe you're on probation with a job and you're going to be... people like you, and you're gonna be, you know, they're gonna ask you to be permanent in February, something like that. I feel like be careful how you treat people, how you talk to people right now too. Because a meeting with a stranger could be important. How you treat a person. You might not know who they are or that they're involved in this. How you handle your temper. I don't know. I feel like somebody might be looking at you for a position or something, and you want to just be like, on your best behavior, Virgo. Victory in some endeavor. What do we have for Virgin? Victory in some endeavor. Chariot in the reverse. So this could be a Cancer that you're working against. This victory could be somebody that seems to have everything that they need to beat you. This is something that you might be worried about. Because the Chariot, again, is a war vehicle, but it's in reverse. Somebody's tools and things are what's going to make them look like an asshole for messing with you, because you're just being yourself. And they got all this going on. They got the castle, the Chariot, they coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is it that serious? That's what I'm getting. Ooh, heartbreak in February. So maybe this is about something that happened last February. Hopefully. Maybe you're still hurt about this. But this is heartbreak. This is something not working out, this handshake. Okay, so I feel like something isn't going to work out at all. But I think that there's something that you wanted. I'm sorry it came out like that, but the cards are like, no, hell no. Something is not coming together. Maybe it's not for you. Somebody's out of prison, though. Something is going to be released. Somebody is going to be released from prison because they're thought highly of. Maybe them being imprisoned is what broke, your heart in the first place. Somebody's plan. It's a plan here with a stranger, a handshake. This is a deal. It didn't work. Something was illegal. Somebody's being released. This could be spiritually. But it could be, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. The only major arcana here is this Chariot in the reverse. This is Cancer. Again, the Chariot, a lot of times, it makes me think of the strength to go forward. Somebody doesn't have the strength to go forward. They might be heartbroken because because somebody's being released. Maybe somebody was really trying to, a King of Pentacles in the reverse can be like that. Mess with your things, your valuables, your value, period. He's a pimp. He's nasty with himself. He don't clean up. He don't, everything is nasty around him. It smells bad. It's musty. You can't depend on him. He's malicious and mischievous and manipulative. But most of all, he'll put you in physical debt, detriment. I'm going to say the Chariot, it's like he needs all of this because he's so weak physically. Somebody is the money, the body, the tools, everything is weak and tacky. And it's just for show. A King of Pentacles in reverse is a child trafficker to me. Somebody really just looks bad and you are going to look good. Whoever this is being released is being looked at highly now because this person maybe they were in a big position or respected position. And now they're going to be looking crazy. I hope this isn't you, Virgo. I hope this Cancer. Until I get to Cancer and I'm like, oh, this isn't you, Cancer. So fake. I don't know. I think this might be a Virgo, though. A masculine Virgo. Someone who is trying to bully somebody. The moon, yeah, underneath the moon. But people are going to see this. There's some kind of illusion, too, of you not having victory over something. You need to know that you're not seeing things clearly. Or you need to know that you might be seeing things clearly. Because I always say people are who they really are under the moon, not under the sun. People show their true colors under the moon. So you have to decide how much of it is real and how much of it is, fake. The Five of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is secretly out in the cold. They don't want you to know. I feel like that's this King of Pentacles in the reverse right here. Somebody doesn't have the money. They don't have the strength. Again, this could be physically with the body. They might have a nice home or their tools again, but it's still going to come down because it's all tacky and this person is sick. So eventually your things become affected. Again, Cancer energy. A lot of Cancer energy. Cancer could do with the mother. This Chariot in reverse could be like the mitochondria. The body turning on itself. 2. With the moon, it could be a lot of things hidden about the mother. The devil. Look at that. Exactly what I'm talking about right there. The shadow, the mother, the body's turning on this person. Hopefully it's not you. Capricorn energy here. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. This definitely has to do with the mitochondria. You gotta stop lying. You gotta find the lies. You gotta get detailed. Because after this, then you find this wealth. It's like getting past, it's like getting into the primordial waters, after you pass all the dirty, you get through that, you get to the primordial waters, the stuff that creation is made of itself, and you have that, and nobody can take that from you. There's an Empress in reverse again. I feel like it's a mother. With the Cancer, there's a lot of things hidden. I think somebody has had to deal with this, or they will. And it probably does have something to do. I said this in the last reading, the collective reading. And it'll be your stomach, your bowels. You'll get a lot of people are constipated. They can't shit. And that's how disease starts, in the stomach, in the gut. And that's what you rule. So it's very important to get detailed. Get to them details and start to heal that gut. And you do that. Finding the lies is something that you're spiritually, you can't stomach it. So it's something real deep and dark up in there that you're not able to digest. You see what I'm saying? Do you listen to the language? It's something so bad that you're suppressing that you can't digest it. You can't, and that means it's something hard, it's something deep, it's something dark, because your body is constantly trying to digest. So when you hear people and their stomach is gurgling all the time and stuff like that, it's all that shit, it is. It's all the gas and the, all disease starts in the gut. It just is what it is. You can't get around it. Energy is how energy is. You can't fake it, and you can deny it as long as you want to until it just pops up on your ass. You want to fix it energetically first. And you got to do that with the truth. So we have Libra here. Taurus, we have Capricorn, we have Cancer twice. A lot of Cancerian energy is about home. You're having to go back to home, the way you were raised. Maybe you guys were poor. There might be a reason for that. Money is, and then look, after you finish, you get the Ten of Pentacles again. You get into those primordial waters where it's nothing but wealth and creation there. But you're going to have to get through this. And you're going to have to get through it with people booing you. That's how it is. You have to trust yourself so much that everybody around you going to be working against you, trying to boo you. You got to be strong enough to get through that. And the Chariot is a reverse. So you don't have protection. Somebody doesn't have protection. Because this right here is an offense. Spirit chooses an Empress. I said this in the last reading, the collective reading, Virgo. Watch that. I don't know if this is you. This could be a Cancer or any of the other signs that but I do think that somebody here maybe have been reckless. It doesn't have to be that you're just so malicious, so horrible. You just were not being smart with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. But you can be, I feel like somebody just wasn't very smart. With the Four of, you see it too. You see the problems, the things that you did wrong. Okay, I like that. And you know that that's why you're being drained of your energy, but you do have the Wheel of Fortune after that. So it's like, again, all this, and then you got this Ten of Pentacles right here. It's something about your mother. On the mother's side, it's some lie your mama done told you or something like that. It has to do with the mother is hidden. And it's the devil. It's the devil in you. That's what you have to face. And a lot of times your mama, you might not get nothing out of her. My mom's a Scorpio. I ain't getting shit out that bitch. I had to come online. Somebody is heartbroken, but they're coming out of their head. You're not having these nightmares anymore because the motherfucker's been lying on you or lying to you or keeping things from you, not telling you things that have to do with you and your life, like your mama. Two of Pentacles, somebody is juggling now. At least you can juggle. Now you can juggle because you know what's going on. We take away, look, and now somebody has their Chariot. Now the mitochondria isn't upright because somebody has went through all of this. The one thing about Virgo is you're the Hermit. You'll go within. It didn't come out, but I would assume that that's what you went and did if you're dealing with all this, and then you come out here with the Ten of Pentacles, and you had to do it with your mama telling you no, and your friends, your family, everybody against you, fucking with your head, making you think you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be, it's the demon in them that doesn't want to be seen that makes them. You see what I'm saying? See, this is what I keep saying about conjuring things in the air. You create the air, the water. I keep telling you, the water creates the air. It's the movement of the water that creates the air. It's the movement of even the sun and the moon together. How they push and pull, that's what creates the air. So if they can control you, and I've been talking about the conditions that they've been putting out there to control the water, because we are the water. They need to control us, and then we give them the access to the water. It's like microcosm, macrocosm. And I know that I can listen to that. I can hear that that's not going to work unless somebody really understands what I'm saying. But it'll come out right when it's supposed to. The Chariot. Somebody's got their protection now. You can deal with this now that you know the truth. It's heartbreaking. It hurts. You're going to have to face this devil and face the fact that your own mother might hate your guts. Your own mother might hate you, and she might have been working against you your whole life. And you might have to face that, and you got to keep her away from you, and that might hurt. The fact that you got to keep her away from you because she's a lying ass bitch and will infiltrate your life and ruin it because she herself is under this mitochondria energy, you know. So it's like either you or me too at this point. You're gonna have to be truthful. And let me tell you, the one that's gonna get there, it might be you or her. That's how this gets. Because the mitochondria is coming to get rid of the mistake. You know what I'm saying? The discrepancy. And if she sacrifices you, then you take that on and it comes and gets you. But if you clean this up, then she might be the one to go. Which is how it's supposed to be. But that guy's doing so much black magic, you know, on each other, not really understanding, especially with the mother having to do all the disciplining because we're dark. And you got to discipline them with the light. You got to discipline them because that's all that negative energy we're putting on our kids. It's terrible. So we got to have a daddy there or a man there to be able to discipline because they're lighter than us. And the energy, the emotion isn't in the spanking or the disciplining. That emotion that you're putting in stuff is all bad for the kids. All bad. Strength in reverse here. What was this? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Strength in reverse. Seven of Swords. Yeah, because somebody is stealing. They're stealing from you. A Knight of Cups in the reverse again. You think it's love, but it's not. But it's not. And that hurts. Do you understand that hurts? That's why you don't want to look at it. And that's the second layer of it. That's the second, third layer of it still. Like it's like a block of cement in you. You gotta chip away at it. I mean, that's that constipation shit. A meeting with a stranger could be important. A handshake. The Three of Wands in the reverse is somebody something not working. Some plan not working out. Somebody is losing everything. They tried to come up with some kind of deal or plan in order to do something, and it didn't work. This could be this King of Pentacles. Maybe this is you. Maybe you tried to do some kind of deal, and it didn't go through. Maybe this is a good thing. Let's see. A Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. That's also your card. Something's not stable. This could be a job. But something isn't. You got strength here in the reverse. This is giving me the mitochondria shit. I feel like I said, it's going to go back to your mother, the same kind of thing that I've been saying. Something's not strong here because somebody's been stealing something. some kind of energy. Somebody been lying and keeping something from you because of lies. Something. They might not even know it, but it's not your job to help them know it either. Because you, a narcissist, a liar, somebody that doesn't want to look at some shit, and you will lie and manipulate like they've been doing, manipulate everybody around you into thinking that something's wrong, because it's the devil behind this. It reminds me of the movie Deliverance, and the grandmother was the witch, just because they had witchcraft in their family. I'm trying to tell you. They're telling you in the movies, and then like pushing it on you is so fucking crazy to me, y'all. And then they make a movie about what's gonna happen. You gotta be smarter than these people, man. You got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Somebody overdid something. Something was really overdone. Something was very shady and dark. Somebody could have called on some kind of negative spirit. With the 9 of Cups, it's a wish fulfillment. That's the Jinn. Somebody is healing from it, though, with the Star card. Aquarius energy. And something is happening fast as somebody heals. I think, again, this is you going into your Hermit energy. The Hermit, I always say, is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. That going and having to talk to nobody about some shit and being able to just go within and realize that this might be you first is the most powerful shit that a person can be about. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you waste years trying to, and then a person will act like they see your point of view, and then until they get around other people, too. You know, with this 6 of Wands in the reverse and this Empress in the reverse. There's people, you know, say, yeah, but then you don't realize that they don't really mean nothing until you get them around people and they whole tone change. And everybody looking at you over here, and everybody over there looking at you like they want to fight. Because your mama's a liar here. Your own mother. She might be the matriarch. It doesn't have to be a mother, could be a matriarch. But this person has turned everybody against you. They close their doors to you. And it's all hidden and sneaky in a way. And it's crazy because every last individual on this planet knows shady shit enough to know that if you can't be open and honest about it, and I can't tell you why I don't fuck with you, then it's some bullshit here. And everybody's going with it because they're just jealous. They're jealous. This is the kind of treachery, that jealousy, it'll go for the wrong thing because it's mentally ill. Jealousy is a mental illness. That's why it represents the witch. She's all trying to eat the kids so she could live longer because she been fucking off her life. Doing fuck shit. That's what it represents. And they don't want to die because they know spirits coming for their ass. It ain't finna be a good death. Queen of Cups in the reverse. There's something about the feminine energy not being very nurturing. Just running her damn mouth, you know, and being real ugly. And judgmental. And that judgment is coming back. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be kids again, raising kids in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse is just a dummy. This is somebody, they don't like to read. I mean, you got the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 2 of Cups. So something isn't working out. There's a soulmate relationship here, but people are working together, and if something's not working out, it's because somebody thinks highly of you, and somebody's going to let somebody out of jail in some way. I feel like you're going to get a chance. I feel like you're going to be working on yourself. This Chariot, something's going to be hard, because these people are all stirring and mixing and pushing a narrative behind your back, doing a bunch of black magic. The tower is going to fall. It's going to fall slowly, but I feel like you have somebody watching you. Somebody that's looking at you that's like, I'm going to give that person a chance. Maybe you did mess up. You know? Probably because of what you thought things were like, but you went within. Could be. But, you know, let me see if anything else wants to pop out. Nope. The Lovers. Be careful that something isn't karmic. Or be careful because it can turn karmic. You want something to be balanced. Because you got the Two of Cups here. The Tower in reverse. Something is falling down slowly. Be patient. I feel like work on yourself. By the time you finish working on yourself, this is going to be ready to come together. So don't even worry about the Lovers. But just understand somebody is watching you. So keep working on yourself. I love it. I think that this is not going to be a short process. I think that this is going to be, I said Saturn going forward in Aries in February. I think this is going to be like a 3-year process, Virgo. But wait, because you got something very special that you're still going to have to keep balanced, because it's going to be very passionate and, you know, it could get crazy. You know, he got the Lovers here. He got this snake. Let me see it. About to bite him on the ankle. You know, while he's getting his, you know, so the Lovers card is very karmic. Very karmic. This one I like a little better, the Two of Cups, when it comes to love. Yeah, for sure. Even though he already a skeleton. I don't know, he might have already died or something. But she pregnant. I don't know. This ain't have gotten further than these two, though. The tower is falling. It's falling slow. I think you know this, though. There's something about time, Virgo. And something about things moving very slowly until February. Maybe this is going to happen. All of this healing you're doing and getting through all of this, maybe this part of it is going to be wrapped up by February. Then you're going to be working on the heart, because your heart's going to be broken once it all comes out. But you're going to be strong enough because you did this. You're going to be strong enough to get through this, and then somebody else isn't, which might break your heart too, because again, I was talking about the mitochondria and how it is, and if you get well, the whoever is doing the lying, it might not, you know, make it. You got to understand that, face that, realize that as you work. You might not want to. Maybe you want to give your life. Maybe you want to be the sacrifice. I don't know. But if you don't, then you got to understand that that's how they made this. You didn't make it like this. You had no idea what was going on. So, there's that. And then, now you're going to be free here. You know, but this is not going to be forever. You might not get free to the last of this 3rd year. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens in February. Now you start really feeling the pain. You still got a lot of emotional healing to do, spiritual healing to do, though. Maybe your money's going to be looking funny. Maybe you're going to have to do this in a lack. Maybe you're going to, with the juggling here, I think so. But I think you'll have enough. But you have this, which you got to know. But you got to finish healing out all the heartbreak. It healed the body and the bank account. But you won't be able to access it until you heal everything else too. And then you're going to meet your love. So yeah, something's a process, something's being brought down, and I think, again, like I said, work on things. By February you'll be done with something, but you'll be, you're going to, the heart has to heal. But it can now. You see what I'm saying? This is what I've been saying about the root chakra. This is like you healing the root chakra. And now you can heal the sacral and the heart, and because you have something solid that this stuff can stand on. But if you never heal this, you're going to always have problems. And you probably won't get to this. Not the real thing anyway. You might get to this and they might bite your ankle and you die. You know, you don't want it to be karmic, because then you go through the same heartbreak again. You know, it's like a cycle. You might not have to start here though, which is still completing a huge cycle, but you'll be back at the heartbreak. But that just means that you didn't, you know, you didn't do something right. Something wasn't balanced right. And that's just what it is. And that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope that I did a good job of explaining it. You have Gemini here. You have Scorpio and Aries here. Something could be significant about a Gemini, Scorpio, or Aries in, you know, the future. Towards the last 3 of these years of this cycle. I do feel like there's a timeline here. So if this is within 3 years, you get this done by February. Here you have to, next year you're going to be having to work on your heart. You know, so let's just say that takes a year. Then you have another year, you know what I'm saying? Or 6 months or whatever to deal with this here. Somebody overdoing something. This has to do with your spirit. So you're getting higher in those chakras, you know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to me. And then finally you're going to get to the end where you're building the right things in this feminine energy. Maybe it's you that's a little, your feminine energy is messed up because of somebody's mama and the devil. This is that mitochondria. Some reason why I'm talking about this all the time all of a sudden. I'm going to have to drill it into y'all. I love you and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.